Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Be Elite podcast. My name is Gavin. We'll be meeting with the Homeschool Academy directors today, Mr. Jorgensen, Mrs. Mason, and Mrs. Wright. Welcome. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. How you doing, Gavin?
I'm very good, thank you. And that's really good to hear. And I'm going to start off with the first question. What exactly is the Homeschool Academy?
What a good question. Well, Chelsea and Chris, you okay? I'll start with that one and then feel free to interject at any time. But I want to say, Gavin, before we start, I'm proud to be part of the Mustache Club today with you, Gavin.
Let's
Looking
go.
real good.
Mr. Smith is too.
That's right. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so what is the Homeschool Academy? Well, we're of course one of three academies at Elite. We partner with parents and view their role a little bit differently because in the Homeschool Academy, we view parents as teachers and as the parent of their children. So we're helping the parents that enroll their kids in our academy to become teachers for their children. So we're guiding them on instruction. We're teaching them how to use the curriculum, how to teach writing, how to teach math, how to help their kids overcome and persevere when they are having a hard time learning. We give them high quality materials and curriculum. So a lot of what we do in the Homeschool Academy is partnering with the parents and teaching the parents, modeling for the parents how to best teach their children. And also, we are doing some of the teaching as well. So we have a lot of enrichment opportunities and we have tutoring and meet with our kids for the LP meetings and do a lot of teacher to student work as well. But I would say that's the primary difference is how we view the role of the parent, which becomes tough. It's really hard to homeschool as a parent. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of investment, but it is worth it. That being said, it's not for everybody, which is why we have a Flex Academy and a virtual academy, just depending on what a parent is looking for in terms of their role in their child's education.
And I definitely agree with that. Teaching the parents is definitely also a very hard part, probably. For like, they're older and like it's basically teaching an old dog new tricks, which it can be difficult. But
hey, not all parents are old though,
I know. Okay, Mr. Smith's probably gonna have to edit that part out.
No,
But,
I like
it. But anyway, just to sum it up, is your academy is basically teaching the parents to teach the students, and then basically you guys have little things here and there that the teachers can be like involved, really. And like with that being said, like the Homeschool Academy is great for those kind of people, for parents that want to get more involved in the curriculum. And I really am appreciative that you have this academy to teach them the curriculum and teach them how to teach the students. And quick question is how the materials work, were like, what do the parents go off of to teach the students? That's my question.
a great question.
Sure. Can I take that one?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I think another big part of our Homeschool Academy is that we really personalize the curriculum that they're choosing. So we have a wide selection of board-approved curriculum to choose from. And so the parents are sent a teacher's guide to guide them through the daily lessons, to guide them through what mastery would look like, unit assessments, projects to expand on the learning. They're given a lot of guidance, even just in the curriculum that they choose.
Oh, so that's really interesting. And like, yeah, just to jump in here again. I appreciate that you guys are doing this to teach the parents and give them like a really so they're really involved in the school. And with virtual or flex, sure they're involved, but they're looking at grade books, grades, like that kind of stuff. They're not physically involved unless it's a little or kid. So I appreciate what you guys are doing here to like essentially make the homeschool aspect easier for everybody, and teaching the parents what they should be taught to teach their student, to essentially make the parent a teacher. So yeah, and I feel like that's the perfect that's the perfect two-way thing for them.
If I could just ask a question, how would
Yes.
parent-teacher conferences work?
Oh, that's a good one. So I guess I'll jump in here. So in the Homeschool Academy, we have what we call our learning period meetings. And those are kind of like mini showcases for the students, but then also parent-teacher conferences. So at the end of each learning period, we meet with students for about an hour for each student. And sometimes that can be multiple hours if it's a family with multiple students enrolled with us. And each student then gets to really demonstrate and show off all of the different things that they've been working on, as well as our teachers of record do interactive activities with them to gauge how well they're progressing, if they need any support, and any other guidance from there. And those usually wrap up with a little mini parent-teacher conference. Then we follow up with the parents and we celebrate everything that's going really well. And then if there's anything that we might want to spend a little extra time with, we can help guide and support them in that way. And if there's any additional resources or anything else that we need to make that happen, we make sure to make that happen as well.
Yeah, and I really appreciate, once again, the fact that you guys are so involved, especially make the parents super involved, because a lot of the time in schools, without if they don't pay attention to like the grade stuff, they don't see what is really going through the student's mind. And that is not always a good thing. So and I really enjoy the fact that you guys are implementing that into their minds where they have control of everything.
Yeah.
So with that, here comes our third question. Can you tell us about SOAR?
So I'm going to take that one too. I oversee the SOAR program. It has evolved over the last couple of years. And SOAR initially started by a group of us getting together and really looking at Elite and what Elite offers and trying to provide something that wasn't there previously. So SOAR stands for Student Obtaining Advanced Resources. And it's really an innovative program to target high-level academic opportunities for students that are really wanting more of a challenge. We do a lot of different enrichment intensives. We try to provide real-world learning application. And we're definitely grounded in all of the 6 C's of Elite's Portrait of a Learner, except we've also added contribution. So SOAR is really diving into different areas of interest with students, as well as we're starting to offer honors courses for academics. And these are students who we're not just giving them something else to do because it's really easy for them. We're going deeper into their learning and making a meaningful impact. And we're hoping to explore more. We have a whole bunch of new courses coming next year.
So I like how you're building the curriculum piece by piece. As of right now, it's not just a set thing where you guys are keeping. You guys are throwing things in and out, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's constantly evolving.
Yeah. So it's constantly moving. It's constantly changing. And that's a good thing about learning because you kind of need that. You kind of need that aspect because it feels new.
Mm-hmm.
And teachers are just educated on it. So it's fresh off the press. So it's perfect. So with that.
Also really fun.
Yes, also really fun.
Also really fun. A lot of what Chris is describing, the hard work that Chris and her team have been putting into this, it's so fun for kids. What they're doing, they're writing their own books. They're diving into AI intensives and learning how to use virtual reality. They're doing critical things. I mean, they're doing Model UN. It is just fun. It's super fun stuff with other kids that are really interested, with people leading it like Chris, who are just modeling the inspiration and the learning that can come from it. It's super fun.
It's basically creating creative minds and building our future for as of students in new generations.
I might take that quote from you, Gavin.
I love
What?
that. Boy, Gavin, if you're not already involved in SOAR, we'll get you in there.
Yeah, it is elite wide. It's not just homeschool. I'm happy to be here with that too, but it is for all students.
So that's a plug for everybody that it has a gifted student. Reach out to Mrs. Mason for more information about SOAR. And if you're not in the school already, I really recommend it. And we already have 2 other episodes about both of our academies, and this one's going to come out very soon. So you're going to be able to see all 3 academies without just looking at websites and texts and everything, even though, like we said in the last one, the website's not going anywhere.
It's not. No.
It's don't you run it, Mr. Smith, as well, or are you just marketing?
It's a marketing department thing. So myself and Mr. Diaz,
Yeah, and so yeah, it's going nowhere, but the podcasts also help. So maybe we could also put the podcasts on the page as well to like showcase each academy for what it's worth. Now that's just a suggestion to the marketing department.
I like it. Yeah.
And I'm going to continue with the next question because we're already getting really off topic. Iman with question 4.
What makes homeschool a good fit for students and parents?
That's a really good question, Iman. You guys are full of amazing questions. I will start with that one. Boy, I'd say what makes homeschool a good fit for students and parents, when parents are motivated to teach and students are motivated to learn. And I know that might sound a little bit obvious, but at least one of those things has to be true for the magic of homeschooling to really be felt by the family. Ideally, both of those things are true. The parent wants to teach and the student is motivated to learn. But if the parent is not really motivated to teach, but you're homeschooling because of some potential learning opportunities the student might want, then the motivation to teach can come from that. The parent can be inspired by their own student, right? And we see that happen all the time. If the parent is really motivated to teach, but the student is not motivated to learn, there is the space to be creative and be flexible and like create these learning opportunities for the student to have the opportunity to love learning and to really feel like what they're learning makes sense and it's applicable to them and they're able to dive into their interests. And then, so now the student becomes motivated. But if the parent is not motivated to teach and the student is not motivated to learn, then the magic of homeschooling just is not really felt. It feels like a chore. It feels like something you're trying to get done. So at least one of those things need to be true and very true, that the parent either needs to really want to teach and be inspired, or the student really wants to be to learn, to be motivated to learn.
If I could just jump into that, would it be hard then if either the student and the parent both didn't want to be in this environment? Would it have been harder or would it have been easier?
It'd be difficult. There's nothing easy about homeschooling. Parents are making a really hard choice when they decide to homeschool. It's the magic of what can come from learning, right? When you take the roof off of learning and state standards start to feel less like a box that defines your learning and more like movements around what's possible and where we can go. When you take that roof off, learning is explosive. But if you feel confined by what you are because day to day feels really hard and the curriculum feels like you're just sort of getting dragged through the mud and you can't find time for it and you start to see your students fall behind, it becomes really hard. And so yeah, we really help, right? Families come to us really motivated, and also homeschooling doesn't always feel like sunshine and rainbows. It's hard. And so we help families guide through those times and look for connecting them with community partners, and have you thought of this for your student? And hey, like maybe we should look at adjusting the curriculum and switching some things up. We have this creative aspect to our jobs where we can be very flexible about what the learning plan is, which is wonderful. But if there's not a motivation to teach or learn, then yeah, this world can be very hard. It is the path less traveled. It's the harder road to education. It takes a lot from not just the parent and student, but the full family. Everyone in the family is involved. And so the magic can really be felt by the family. And we help to try and find what that magic is. Lead them towards their interests, get them towards SOAR, connect them with a community partner, connect them to curriculum that's really making them like think and explore and not just finish their assignments for the day and close their computer, but things that they really feel motivated to do. When those things come together, homeschooling is unstoppable.
And I definitely want to jump in here. Homeschooling, that Elite adds a new layer onto homeschooling where it's an explosive impact, I feel. And definitely like what you say, it's an explosive impact on the minds, explosive impact on creativity of the student. And once again, it better shapes our generation. So, and more generations to come. So I'm really excited to see this academy grow. And with that, here's our fifth question. What was your favorite moment of the school year from all your students, all your parents, anything from this year? Like all three of you can respond to this one as well.
I have many, but one specifically relating to homeschool and personalizing learning in all aspects. I still have a student that I work with, and I was extremely proud that this student went to the middle school dance, because that was a big step for this student of putting herself out there in a place where she doesn't necessarily know other students. But through some of the courses that she took through SOAR, she's met different friends, and they all connected at the middle school dance. And this was her first dance, and she let go of her inhibitions and had a great time and spent the night dancing with her friends.
And that's just a perfect representation of all coming together and do something special.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to hear it from both of you as well. What are your most memorable experiences from the school year?
Another opportunity we had in person this year. I feel like so much growth and memories come when we're in person together. And so this year we started something new, and we all gathered with our whole academy, invited everyone down to Temecula. And we gathered for a winter celebration festival. And it was so fun. We had over 200 families join us there. We had a petting zoo. We had some of our community partners come and have stations. Our teachers were all there. We had crafts galore, pit photo booths. Some of our students even had a vendor market where they were in an entrepreneurship class. And so they sold the goods that they'd been working on all semester. It was so fun to see everyone come together and just get to spend time in person that way. It was really fun.
That's perfect, coming together and showing your creativity and selling your goods or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and just putting it out there. I feel like that's a very good step in a student's mind as well. And last but not least, Mr. Jorgensen, we want to hear your experience.
Yeah, well, guess what? What comes to mind for me is also the Homeschool Community Festival. So to steal Chelsea's answer, it was a remarkable moment, because since COVID, everything became much more remote, right? And what came out of that was a new type of homeschooling that we've come to love and respect in terms of the space that we're able to offer families, but also really be involved in their lives and allowing this homeschooling experience to happen. Since then, we've been making a return to in person, and of course we're 5 years out of that, but it has taken time to figure out how we've changed as a culture, because that did take all of our staff and all of our students and all of our parents exclusively onto Zoom for quite some time. So then when we came out of that, we did a lot of local park day groups for a long time. So we had winter festivals and spring festivals, and we had a math park day, and we had our science park day, and we would have them all over around 5, 6 parks at a time, all around Southern California, so that everybody could, nobody had too far of a commute, and we'd set up at lots of different parks. This was our first time of saying, you know what? It is time to really do this grand experience that is going to showcase who we are as a community and allow everybody to be together instead of dispersed. It really was a magical moment in the evolution of our community and how we've grown over the years. There were there was a petting farm. We also had a lot of giveaways for parents, a lot of curriculum. We had a taco truck and a churro cart. It was so delicious. So much good food. There was so much joy there. It was so much fun. And everyone, as you were looking around, was having so much fun. And it wasn't just because of the balloon animals and the fun crafts and all the giveaways. There was a real sense of community where people could see their teachers of record, give hugs in person if they haven't already met some of their friends they've met on other field trips in a few months, or people they see on Zoom. Was really remarkable. And we're definitely going to be continuing it. Maybe as part of this podcast, we can show some of the pictures from that event too. I know Mr. Smith was there taking some awesome pictures of the group and all the activities. So all you parents and students listening, we'll be doing it again next year. And if you have any suggestions on something you'd like to see, a vendor you'd like to be there, any crafts, activities, anything like that, please let us know, because it's one of the most fun things we've ever planned.
Yeah, and I definitely want to jump in there. Park days are also really cool for people to connect. And I feel like that's one of Elite's best things that they've come out with. And Mr. Smith can agree because he takes pictures at every single event, I believe, that Elite hosts, and he gets to see firsthand how people connect. So I feel like you could jump in here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for that homeschool event that took place in the fall. It was fantastic to see families come from all over, Southern California, and come together and just enjoy the day and to explore the different tables that were there, to see what the students made, to go be creative. They wanted to be creative. I got to watch a student read a book that she wrote, which is super, super cool. It was definitely one of my best experiences this school year. It was absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend you go when Homeschool Academy does this again next school year, because you don't want to miss out. It was amazing.
And with that, we got one last question for you guys. Iman, take it away.
Speaking of the next school year, what are you looking forward to in the 2025 and 2026 school year?
Okay, well, I'm a lifelong student. So new pencils, new pens, new paper, new binders. It always was so exciting to me. So I don't know. I feel like I'm excited for that fresh start, that energy that comes with a new year. Even if it's not, I'll still get some new pens for a new school year, but in the virtual world, not as used as much. But yeah, I just love that feeling of a fresh start and new goals, right? Setting new goals for that year and things we want to accomplish. That energy is so vibrant.
There's definitely a lot of newness in the beginning of the year and a lot of ideas and, goals for the year. So it is an exciting time. I love all that newness stuff too. And I don't need any of it, but I still get it. But I'm really excited going back to some of the SOAR stuff that we're implementing for next year. We have, if you're in middle school, we have a ton of opportunity for you from, like Evan mentioned, academic leagues for Model UN, a math Olympiad for those math enthusiasts. That's a nationwide competition, MOEMS. It's the Math Olympiad for elementary and middle school students. We are hosting honors courses for 6th, 7th, and 8th honors humanities, as well as honors science. We also are starting a new course with a virtual enterprise business entrepreneurship elective that will be coming soon. So I'm excited for all of those courses to begin and to see all of the exciting new things going that way, as well as the virtual reality stuff that we're getting ready to do.
Definitely. And
Jeez.
that's awesome.
That VR stuff's going to be amazing. Let me just say that.
Oh yeah, and I have a headset. Like those are awesome.
You're making Gavin feel like maybe he should quit podcasting and become the SOAR person. Yeah.
It's just like, Gavin, maybe you should just be the sword person.
Or you could be both. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, both. I like that.
I love that. I love that.
we'll combine forces.
Yeah. May the force be with you.
In the words of Gavin, SOAR is an explosive impact on your mind.
Yeah. And it also enforced creativity is what I'm hearing. And although I am in flex, it's really awesome to listen to all these academies like come out here and answer questions for us. And that also gauges like what I'm going to change to whenever I'm done with flex. So yeah, it definitely gauges that. And yeah. So it's also, once again, like I say in every single one of these academy podcasts, it's really the parents making the decision whether they want to take on more with the Homeschool Academy and teach, or they want to go to the virtual way and or flex, which is both virtual and homeschool, I think. So yeah. And they're really equally involved for flex. And virtual, I feel like it's a little bit more student oriented, and homeschool is more teacher parent oriented. So yeah, definitely.
I think it's so cool that in this meeting we have all 3 academies right now present and speaking.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love that. And that part, Gavin, of what you're saying of like yes, homeschool is that parent teacher, parent student drive. I mean, that right there is what I look forward to every new school year is twofold. First of all, having the conversations with the brand new homeschooling families that haven't done this before and they do not know what's in front of them, and turning that fear of what's next into a roadmap of possibilities is quite possibly one of the greatest joys that I get out of this job, because parents come in they have hopes of what they would like this experience to be, but they oftentimes do not know the resources.
Yeah.
That is so fun to start guiding them in that direction, and also checking in with those parents that started the process the year before, or maybe are in year 3, and seeing how far they've come. These are homeschooling parents that now have a full year of teaching under their belt, right?
Yeah.
With their own kids, and now they're coming back as experts, and it's remarkable.
It's awesome that you guys are teaching the parents as long with the students. So like you're teaching the parents new things and the students new things and the parents to teach the students. So I really like the idea. And here, hold on. All right. Well, I wanted to thank you 3 for coming onto the podcast to showcase our Homeschool Academy. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and all the ones shown on the screen if Mr. Smith does that. This has been the Be Elite Podcast. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Here for you, you're here for me. We're feeling good.